Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the benefits of spices, ingredients, and supplements. I'm going to show you all the supplements, all the minerals and vitamins I take and why I started taking them over the years and the benefits of them. I found this quote. It's by Anne Wigmore. She was a holistic healer. She advocated for raw food and stuff like that, living food. Um, she faced skepticism throughout her life, because she's going against like the norm of our Western medicine and food, and she was influential teaching about holistic health and stuff like that. So and holistic, that just means the whole, right? So that means like the whole body. So if I'm trying to heal my knee, it's going to be important what I eat, right? It's not going to be just important just how I'm exercising or staying off of it or icing it or whatever I'm supposed to be doing, right? So, but the food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. So I don't know if you guys believe that, but I do believe that. And like I said, I've overcome issues by adding minerals or vitamins that I was deficient in. And I was just like, that's amazing that just actually solved the problem. I'm not saying it can solve your problem, but I'm saying that it might be a good way to try, to see. Just make sure whatever it is, it doesn't interfere with any medications that you're on, So basically, vitamins, right? Vitamins are nutrients that can help your body work well, right? Like vitamin C for immune health and vitamin D for strong bones, right? You can find, vitamins in fruits and vegetables and meat, okay? And then minerals, right? We're going to talk about minerals also, right? Minerals are elements in your body, needs like calcium for bones, iron for blood, and potassium for muscles. They're found in foods like dairy, meat, fruit, and veggies. And then there's these things called phytonutrients that most people have no idea what that word means, right? Well, those are just basically natural components, that are in plants that boost health and protect, against disease, right? So you can find them in colorful fruits and veggies, like berries, spinach, and carrots, and they all work together to keep your body strong and healthy. All right. First off, have a sip of coffee. Got to have your coffee right every morning. You got to. At least a cup, right? Maybe two. So essential nutrients, right, are vital, right, for our energy, our immunity, bone health, and overall body functions, right? Vitamin A, that's good for the eyes and immune health, right? Vitamin B are crucial for energy and brain function, right? Antioxidants, like vitamin C, they aid the immune function and repair. And vitamin D assists the calcium absorption for stronger bones. Calcium also strengthens the bones, and it supports the nerves and the muscles. Iron produces hemoglobin for oxygen in the blood, right? Iron, right? Makes your blood, it strengthens your blood, right? Magnesium supports muscles, nerves, and energy. Zinc boosts immunity and aids healing. But if you have deficiencies, you can have, if an iron, you can have anemia. The best sources you can find it in a balanced diet of fruits and veggies and protein and grains, but supplements may be needed. Okay. Okay, this is the last quote. I just want to give you guys one more quote because when we're talking about nutrition, it gets complicated, right? So this other gentleman here, he's a doctor, Dr. Joel Fuhrman, okay, and he's basically basically a nutrition expert, and he wrote several books that I've read, and he changed my life. But like I said, some of these guys, they're not about eating meat, right? But for me, I'm about eating a little bit of meat too. And I'm not saying that I'm always going to. Maybe one day I'll do like him and have a new. It's called a nutritionarian diet, right? but I do eat a lot of vegetables because I make sure I add it to my food to make sure, because I know how important they are, right? So, but yeah, that's basically what he was saying, that he promoted a nutrient dense, or he promotes a nutrient dense plant rich diet. He emphasizes the consumption of foods with high micronutrient per calorie ratio. Basically, he promotes preventative medicine, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to promote. You guys can find a way yourself, and then consult your doctor, whatever. But you can find a way on your own too to change a couple things, right? He's the author of a book called Eat to Live that I'm going to talk about later when I get into your steps to your program. Because I'm going to give you guys, like I said, I'm going to give you guys a program so you can just quickly shed the weight, get healthier, just by making a couple changes. Okay. And like I said, this is all database research, and it's experience that I have, and by actually observing others as well. So anyway, to boost your immune system and all that. So his diet focuses on the natural foods, fruits, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains, while minimizing the processed foods and the animal products. Okay, so his quote is, "The lack of proper nutrition, including essential vitamins and minerals, is a key factor in the rise of chronic disease." So I don't know if you guys believe that or not, but that's what he says. All right, so multivitamins. Let's talk about multivitamins and why maybe you should not take them. So, they have an overdose risk. They can accumulate to toxic levels. Excess iron and calcium may cause constipation or kidney stones. A lot of people don't know that, right? You can overdo it too, right? And balanced nutrient ratio. So when you're putting the multivitamin together, right, when they do that, they basically, some of the nutrients absorb or interfere with other nutrients from absorbing, like calcium reducing magnesium. And basically, multivitamins may give a false sense of security, leading to overlooked deficiencies. Unnecessary ingredients, they add additives to it, synthetic additives and filters, causing reactions in sensitive people. They don't have the same bioavailability because they're cheaper forms of vitamins and minerals, and they're less absorbable. They can interfere with medications, like vitamin K affecting blood thinners. They lack personalization. So, jet formulations may lead to over or under consumption of nutrients. They may cause digestive issues. They may cause nausea or upset stomach, especially when taking on an empty stomach. There's a lot of wasted nutrients. Water soluble vitamins like vitamin C and B are often excreted in urine if the body already has enough, leading to wasted money. It's usually better to focus on whole foods, consult a health provider, if vitamins are needed. Okay, so this slide is about organic vitamins. So organic vitamins, the reason why they're important is because they're made from whole food sources. They provide nutrients naturally. They don't have the harmful additives, right? The synthetic fillers, the artificial colors, and preservatives, right? So they can absorb better. You can absorb them better in your body. They are more. That means they're like more bioavailable, right? So you can use them. Your body can absorb and use them. They don't have pesticides, right? So basically, reducing your risk of toxic chemicals. The non-GMO ones, right? Sometimes, if they're non-GMO, right, they shouldn't be genetically modified, right? So therefore, they should have less of the, I guess it would be the pesticides, but they still have some on the GMOs, by the way. Now, vitamins, I'm not sure. It says on here, basically, they're free from genetically modified organisms, non-GMO, right? Well, and they have less heavy metals, or other harmful contaminants, right, that found in the lower quality products, right? Um, so, so I do buy the non-GMO ones too when I can't get the organic, right? Basically, the organic vitamins, they're good for your health. You know, they're designed to support the body. They're designed to do what vitamins are supposed to do, right? Without causing any problems like the other ones. Like I said, if they have you know, synthetic materials and toxic chemicals in there, that's kind of defeating the purpose, right? So anyway, that's why organic vitamins are important. Okay, so now who knows what the word electrolyte means, right? Yeah, that seems to confuse a lot of people also. So let's get that cleared up right now. They're crucial for maintaining fluid balance, muscle contraction, and overall cellular function. Okay, electrolytes, and I'm going to show you what foods they're in next. Okay, but electrolytes, sodium, right? That regulates your fluid balance, blood pressure, muscles, and nerve function, right? Potassium is another electrolyte. It's vital for the heart function, muscle contractions, and proper cellular function. Calcium, important for bone health, muscle function, nerve signaling, and blood clotting. Magnesium, right? That supports muscle and nerve function, blood sugar regulation, and blood pressure. You know, chloride works with sodium to maintain proper fluid balance and blood volume. Phosphate plays a role in energy production and bone and teeth formation. And biocarbonate helps maintain the body's pH balance as a buffer in the blood. So basic food sources for sodium, right? Table salt, sea salt, processed and packaged foods, soups, and condiments, right? Healthy options, celery, beets, and milk contain small amounts of natural sodium. Potassium sources, right? Bananas, oranges, potatoes with skin, spinach, avocado, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, beans, lentils, yogurt, and salmon. Calcium sources, dairy products, milk, yogurt, cheese, fortified plant-based milks, almonds, soy, leafy green vegetables, kale, broccoli, fish with beans, sardines, salmon, tofu, almonds, and fortified cereals. And then magnesium sources, leafy greens, spinach, Swiss chard, nuts and seeds, almonds, pumpkin seeds, whole grain, brown rice, quinoa, legumes, dark chocolate, avocado, and fatty fish like mackerel and salmon. And then the chloride sources would be table salt, sodium chloride, sea salt, and processed foods, vegetables like seaweed, tomatoes, celery, and olives naturally contain small amounts of chloride. And then we got phosphate sources, right? Meat, poultry, fish, dairy, nuts, beans, seeds, whole grains, eggs, and legumes. And then the biocarbonate sources, it's alkaline forming foods such as fruits and vegetables, especially greens, can help maintain a body's acidic balance. Indirect sources would be mineral water and foods that promote a healthy acid-base balance, like citrus, fruits, green leafy vegetables, and root vegetables. Hydration, right? Staying well hydrated by drinking water and consuming beverages like coconut water. That's a good source. That's a good source of potassium and magnesium. That's the key to maintaining electrolyte balance. Okay, so supplements, right? We all hear that word. What are they, right? Well, they're products that people take to add extra nutrients to their diet. And they come in forms like pills, powders, or liquids. They provide minerals, vitamins, and other nutrients. They're used when someone isn't getting enough nutrients from food. Calcium, it gives you stronger bones, protein powder for muscle growth, You can take supplements daily when needed, you know, with guidance from a doctor or nutritionist. They help fill gaps, but are not, you know, replacements for a healthy diet. Okay, now I'm just going to run through what each of these vitamins do for me, they're supposed to be doing for me every day, right? And why I started taking them, right? So vitamin B complex. So these are the top three that in my mind, so far what I think in my mind, and I've spoken to a nutritionist friend of mine about this too. Vitamin B, vitamin C, and vitamin D, but you know they're all important. So vitamin B complex, something I take every day. It's supposed to be giving me energy, you know, and then it keeps my brain and skin healthier. So vitamin B12, I like vitamin B12 for a couple reasons, but I started taking vitamin B12 because I thought I heard that it gives me more energy. So like in the afternoon when you get that crash, you know, at least I get that crash sometimes. What I do is I take vitamin or I take the B12, I just take a squirt right there, and it gives me a little energy, right? But it's supposed to be good to help make red blood cells, and it's supposed to be good for the brain and the nervous system. So vitamin D3, I started taking that. I know I had a little bit of anxiety issues over the years, I remember, and you know, I still do sometimes, you know. I think that's just a human thing, you know. But this helps. This really helps a lot. Like the thing about vitamin D3, it means it's a lot more than it's very important because it opens up pathways too for stuff to actually work in your body, right? But like I said, it helps with my anxiety a little bit too, and overall it supports your immune system, and it's good for your you know, your bones also. So yeah, I started taking vitamin E, which is also, of course, in my cupboard there, because vitamin E, I noticed I did have a couple of skin. You know, we sometimes we have some skin issues, right? I might have some acne or something here and there, and so I was like, well, let me just start taking this vitamin E and see if it helps. So I do that for my skin. It's good for the skin. Now this one I started taking recently, and it's supposed to be good for blood clotting, you know, for your blood and for your bones. Okay, so this one's in my cupboard too. Helps control blood sugar. So I did get diagnosed with prediabetes like about a year ago. What I was doing is I was doing my intermittent fasting, but the problem is that if you do the intermittent fasting, right, and then you don't understand, like I was trying to tweak the system to try to find out maybe I can get away with this and that. No, you can't. So here's the thing: if I have a meal for my first meal and it has like maybe pasta, and then it has like some vegetables and some meat and a salad, right? Well, the pasta is sugar, right? But then if I have like a 500 calorie sugar bomb that's supposed to have little sugar, right? Maybe I use date or honey instead of regular sugar. It doesn't matter. It still turns the sugar. It still turns my whole. It still kind of infiltrates my blood. You know, so now I got all the sugar going through my blood because it spills over because I had too much. So then I'm running around. I'm starting to feel weird, getting all these weird symptoms. So then the doctor says, yeah, you got pre-diabetes. So I was like, okay, well, how do I get rid of this? Apparently, after so many years, you know, if you reduce the sugars, apparently you might be able to get rid of it. So that's what I'm doing now. And I knew I had a problem. I just haven't been diagnosed. I've been to the doctor so many times, and they were never diagnosing me. And I'm for years. And then finally, just recently, like I said, they did my blood work, and then they said your sugar's high. And I'm like, well, why didn't they do that 5 years ago or even 10 years ago? Like, you know what I mean? I was experiencing some symptoms of intestinal binding and maybe some things were going. I was having some issues, but maybe that might have been part of it, right? My blood. So if your insulin is not pulling the sugar out of your blood, then it's going through your whole system and it's throwing everything out of whack, right? So that's why I started taking this, because supposed to help with the blood sugar, and it's supposed to help with the nerves, and it's supposed to help give energy. So that's alpha lipoic acid. I know. Why would I start taking something that's called alpha lipoic acid? Why would I want to spend money on that? No, there's a reason. It's not just because I just wanted to do it for fun, right? Okay, magnesium complex, right? Um, this one is just one of those staples, right? So this is one of those ones that it works with other, it works with your body. It works with the other vitamins and minerals in your body, right? That's what I know. Basically, magnesium complex. I know it's good for sleep. It's supposed to be good for your heart, give you some energy too. But like I said, it's good for your sleep because it helps your muscles relax. But I do take that one, and I don't remember, like I said, exact story behind each one, but I know this one, just like the vitamin B, the vitamin D, and the vitamin C, I think magnesium should be right up there with those. All right, methylfolate. I think this one's supposed to be good for, I thought it was anxiety or something, but it says here makes red blood cells and then prevents birth problems for growing babies. Well, I don't have to worry about that part. All right, so NAC, I started taking NAC because so in 2013, I would go to this massage therapist. And I'm going to show you guys the picture of me in 2013. You're not going to believe it. I look older than I do now, and I'm out of shape, and I look toxic. It's weird. And I'm 52 now, so I look older then than I do now. Strange, right? Well, at least I think I do. So you guys can tell me when you guys see the video. Probably the next week or two, I'll have that out. That 2013, I was having a massage therapist, a holistic lady. She was massaging me. She said, "You know your liver's swollen right here? It's this side. Whoops. No, it's this side, right? And so this is my my right, okay, underneath my rib cage, right? And I noticed something was swelling up right here, and it was sticking way out, and it was happening. And I noticed I stopped drinking any liquor or anything. So really, it seemed like I think it's fine now. But for years, for like 10 years, it was sticking out. And she said, that's your liver. And the doctors never could diagnose me. They even did ultrasounds. Nope, nothing's wrong. Right? So that's scary, right? So what I'm saying is NAC is good for the liver. I've actually able to heal my liver. I've had chest pains. I've healed that. That's gone. That's been gone for a long time. I've had gout. I'm going to go through that in my video. I've had all kinds of things, you guys, and that's kind of why I'm sharing this. So, but we'll get into that, like I said, in my next video. I just want to get through this one real quick. So NAC, it's good for your liver, okay? So if you have liver problems, if you notice you're swollen under there, I don't know, you might want to go try to get diagnosed. I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be good for your immune system also, full of antioxidants. It's really popular for the liver, though. That's what I know. Every time I ask, they say, "Oh, NAC." So it's a popular one. Okay, so omega-3 fatty acids, right? They're good for the brain, and the heart. They help with your joints also. So yeah, omega-3 fatty acids. I do take those. It's like because it's like the Tin Man, right? We need to be lubricated in our joints and our muscles and all in our body, right? So yeah, it's kind of good, for your joints, probably especially as you get older. But I do take that, every day, every other day when I take my vitamins. Yep. This is oil of oregano. Oil of oregano is a super powerful oil, an herb that has many health benefits. Um, people, they're blown away when I tell them because what it is I'm a teacher, and what I'll do is I'll take this stuff. If I notice kids are sick a lot, I'll just take some of this, and it usually helps me. Like when I go on an airplane, instead of taking like the airborne and stuff, I'll just take some oil of oregano. It burns, so you got to take it with some water. You take like a couple of drops, on your tongue or whatever, and then you just drink some water behind it. But it's really strong. It's amazing. Antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It's just really great. It's good for respiratory, but you also have to consult a health care provider also just to make sure it's not interacting with anything. But that's my story behind oil of oregano. I definitely big advocate for it. Everybody should have some oil of oregano in their house. All right, I also take this stuff called Super Green Formula. So basically that stuff right there, it has vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. So to help improve your health and fill any gaps, nutrition gaps in your diet, right? The digestion, it has the prebiotics. I'm sure you hear about those probiotics and enzymes for your gut health and digestion, and then it's alkalizing, which basically it helps to balance your pH in your body, which can reduce your inflammation and promote overall wellness. Detoxification, they have like the chlorella and the spirulina for the detoxification process, and then it gives you more energy, without relying on like coffee like I'm having right now. And then, immune support, it has a lot of antioxidants to strengthen your immune system and fight oxidative stress. It's good for weight loss too, controls hunger, and then the fiber pulls things through you, helps you clean your system, and mental clarity, improve focus and brain function. So I do take this stuff. I like to take it. It's good. So I'll take this sometimes I'll take it like before I eat. So if I'm fasting, which I always usually am, then usually maybe I'll take it at 11 in the morning, and then I'll eat at 12, or I'll take it in my afternoon in between my meals. All right, the famous apple cider vinegar, right? Good stuff. It's good for your gut. It's supposed to be good to help keep your blood sugar balanced. You probably should take this every single day, a cap or two. I put in my dog's food even, but my problem is I don't take it enough, and I need to. So I'm going to start trying to. I gotta start taking that more. But it's good. It's really good for you, and I really need to start taking it. Okay, so now just quickly the herbs that are in your cupboard or in my cupboard, right? Stuff like basil. It's supposed to be good for fighting germs and keeping you healthier, keeping you less stressed and stuff like that. Black pepper, I put that on everything, pretty much, well, most things. It's supposed to be good, it's a good antioxidant. Supposed to help with swelling. Helps your body absorb, vitamins. All right, vitamin C boosts your immune system. Like I said, that's one of the staples that you need to have in your cupboard. Cayenne pepper boosts your metabolism, helps you eat less, and it's actually good for blood pressure. Interesting, years ago, I actually cut my tongue. I bit my tongue, and I don't know if you've ever done that, but oh my goodness, and it was bleeding, and it would not stop, and it was deep, and I wouldn't go to the doctor. I was stubborn. So I learned that because I was so stubborn, I want to go everything natural, right? So I learned that cayenne pepper is good for that. So of course, I put cayenne pepper on it. Of course, it burned. It's like duh, right? But it worked. It stopped the blood from bleeding so much, right? But it was hot. It was burning. So anyway, that was a confusing moment because I'm trying to heal myself, but I'm actually hurting myself too. But I did have to have the doctor put a stitch in there, eventually. But then eventually healed on its own. It just kind of fused back together. But yeah, cayenne pepper, I guess apparently it's good for healing. So cinnamon, it's good for killing bad germs. It's antibacterial. It stops swelling and helps. It's good for your heart, right? And it keeps your blood sugar balanced. All right, we're almost done. So, flaxseed, it's good for the heart and the stomach, and it has healthy fats. Garlic salt is good for killing bad germs, and it's good for your blood pressure and cholesterol, and to fight germs. And of course, I take garlic salt because, well, it's delicious, right? Put garlic on everything. I like garlic on everything. I'm Italian. Garlic is, and it's really good for you when raw garlic, of course. And just like the cayenne and all that, controls the hunger. This is red pepper flakes, right? Helps you burn faster. So this is what peppers do, right? And keeps your heart healthier. So it's good. I think it's good to have peppers. It depends on, if you have, you know, how you if you have like acid reflux or whatever, but you know, peppers are good for you. Yeah, so I have, like I said, oregano. I talked about the oil of oregano. Oregano is good, you know, it's supposed to be good for stopping, helping, reducing swelling, and you know, keep bad germs away. Yeah, parsley is another one, like basil. I put on most things. Um, apparently, it's good for your kidneys and digestion, and packed with vitamins. So sea salt. Now, I was taking the Himalayan salt, and I was promoting it, and I was giving it to people, my friends, and it's good for you and stuff, right? But apparently, the sea salt's better. Um, but I'm not doing this video on sea salt and those salts. But I just wanted to say that I do take sea salt now over the Himalayan. I think it was something about like maybe the Himalayan salt was dirtier or something. I don't know. But this stuff is supposed to give you everything you need. It helps balance your water. It keeps you hydrated. You know, it keeps you helps you stay healthy. Sea salt. Well, we're down to tea. Now there are probably other things that you should be taking, herbs and vitamins, but these are what I take. So the last one, turmeric, right? I like turmeric. I have an actual golden paste I give to my dog, and I'll put it in my coffee, and it has the coconut. You can look it up online. It's called golden paste for dogs. It's supposed to be good, you know, to prevent illness, help for healing and stuff like that. And but I take that. I put some of that in my coffee too. I think that's really good, especially if my knees or whatever's hurting. Then it'll help get down the inflammation, you know, in those times. So, you know, I'm sure you guys have heard of turmeric. It's a really great herb. It's good for, you know, arthritis and joints and your heart and brain and swelling in your body. So it's good for many things. So hopefully you guys learned something from this. You know, if you want, you can go back, you can take notes, you can write it down. I do have my other video on the vitamins, minerals in my cupboard.